What it fucking do? Hit your boy, why fucking rice? Okay, what it do, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Last week, for everybody who tuned in, everybody who streamed afterwards, definitely got a lot of traction afterwards. I don't think my first stream got like a single viewer during the week, but it's all Gucci, man. You know, really, this is just a way for me to try to open up interaction with people, man. And so I'm hoping that more and more people will continue to come through and continue to be a part of it. But yeah, man, first and foremost, fucking happy fucking Saturday, man. I mean Sunday, I mean Monday. Like, it really just depends on when you listening to this. But typically, yes. So last week I did decide that on Sunday afternoons I would be probably around 11 or 12 Eastern would be going process of actually doing these podcasts on a Sunday. Of course, that shit only lasted a week. I'm now doing it on Saturday, but it's because I'm trying to give all my Sunday to my girl, man. She deserves the world. And at minimum, she deserves a full 24 hours from me without doing work, because lately these days, my work is like a daily thing. Between 60 seconds with Rice, getting consistent with that and trying to level it up, getting assets together every morning, doing my social media stuff, really digging in with Nashville Unsigned and New Age Digital, and with, trying to work through some things that we got going on popping over there, man. Stoked, super stoked for what we got going on, for myself, for my partners, and for everybody on our team. We got a lot of cool shit that we're working on now to really continue to impact our communities and really kind of do our thing. So I'm just really stoked, man, about what we got going on. But, man, my workload has been, and so with all that said, man, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and I just want to give my girl the world, man. Really show her. Really just kind of get ahead of everything, get this shit all done tonight so that tomorrow we can just enjoy our day together, because she be hustling, she be doing her thing, she be working a lot, man. She got a promotion, so she been doing her thing, man, and I know it's tiring, and I know she just deserves so much, man. So just trying to knock this shit out, man. So we doing it Saturday night, fam. What's good? I know most of y'all probably watching college basketball or going out and doing your thing with your girl in a socially distant atmosphere, of course, going to get a socially distant dinner. You know what I'm saying? But I hope all of y'all have had a really great week. I definitely have. Last week I sort of ran this a little bit too long in the intro, so we ended up hurrying through the last few. So this week we gonna kind of shake and bake, man. We gonna shake and bake, man. I'm not gonna fuck thing queued up, man. I got my board set up now to where the audio ain't gonna be fucked up. We Gucci, dog. But man, just wanted to talk, man. Like, life is funny sometimes that way, right? So like how I was just talking about how like shit is crazy right now, right? Like me just doing these little videos and trying to do like this self-produced podcast and shit is taking up a lot of time. And like, I just kind of want to touch on the fact that, like, independent content creators, man, shout out to you, man, because, like, fuck yeah, dog. Like, it's hard out here for us, man. Like when there is not a team of people putting this shit together, like, it looks so simple. Like the shit that 60 seconds looks so simple. Like, people think, wow, like, you must get this done, like, super quick. Like, you got the templates, you got all this. Nah, fam. Like, you're trying to fit a lot into 60 seconds. You're trying to then, edit everything down. You're trying to layer shit on top of each other and make sure that it all fades in and fades out, looks good, make sure that it sounds good. I have a concept of like what I'm going to say in my head, but I don't actually have a script. Like, just so everyone knows, there is no script. I get it. I research a concept, I research an idea or something of that nature, and then I just talk about it, man. And I try to do it without planning it out, because if I plan it out, then shit sounds too forced. I let every episode, with every new take, I let it develop. Sometimes I get it the first fucking take, and it's perfect. It's 53 seconds of fucking beauty fit with the 7 seconds of the intro, And that's the part about it that people don't get, is like, it's also not 60 seconds of me talking. It's 53 seconds. I have to watch the clock. So not only am I doing this, am I talking about this, am I like, flinging my arms around and doing all this crazy shit for all of y'all watching on YouTube or Twitch, you know what the fuck you're seeing. It's a fucking different energy, man. Like, you have to not only watch the clock, but you also have to still continue to be the entertainer. You still have to provide the news. You have to provide the information. And it's the same for artists. It's the same for musicians. It's the same for journalists and newscasters and for anyone out here who's on here doing themselves, man. Like Twitch, YouTube, fucking TikTok, like whatever the fuck you doing, like it's all you. Like people miss that, man. Like my girl watches these YouTubers a lot. And I'm tripping because I'm looking like, this motherfucker just did a 2-hour YouTube video. And like every 10 seconds, there's either an edit or content or like some Adobe fucking crazy shit going on where you know they got an Adobe and did some weird shit and like design that shit themselves. And it's just like, damn, for this one, and they be doing this shit like once a week, twice a week. And I'm like, fam, I'm trying to just set up and go, dog. Woo! But like, shout out to them, man. Shout out to all you Twitchers and TikTokers and Instagram reelers and all you motherfuckers who really be going out here and doing shit. Cause fuck that shit, man. Someday, like I'm gonna continue the elevation, man. 60 Minutes with Rice. Currently, this is stage 1, dog. Like this is definitely stage 1. But man, just trying to shed light and perspective, man, on the fact that, man, as an independent creator, dog, it's fucking difficult out here. Like even just the setup, just to like move my setup around so that it's not like looking back toward my fucking futon and shit over here, like to where it's looking back actually with something half-ass decent in the background. Like just to move my setup from back here where I normally work, like really work is right here. Like this is my laptop stand right here with a little fan on it, you know, so my laptop don't burn up. You know, like that's where my shit usually sit, and I gotta move it all around here, set it down, set the fucking cameras up, do all of this, rerun all my fucking XLRs, make sure to rerun all of that just to film this. And like that's already, I started the process today at 5:15 ish of like moving everything around, making sure I had all my shit. So like as a content producer, you know, and I got used to this doing podcasts for Nashville Unsigned as well, with my other podcast, Going Against the Grain, that will be coming back soon. I got used to the fact that it's honestly not that easy to just make something. Like, you really got to plan shit out. When it was me, my boy Token, and my girl Sarah Jane, great fucking time. Like, it was such a fun fucking time. But like the amount of work per week that went into a 2 to 2.5 hour episode of Going Against the Grain each week, or bi-weekly, sorry. The amount of work, like I had to stay on top of everything from entertainment to music, television, and then Nashville in particular. Like obviously being a Nashville-based podcast, you got to focus on that little fucking bubble that is Nashville and really focus on that music scene. And like that's not as easy as going on Hot New Hip Hop or on Billboard or you know, opening up a magazine or opening up a fucking a news app. It's not that simple. Like it takes real time and it takes real research. And speaking of real time, in real time, my computer is dying, and I got to get my charger. Hold up, 3, 2, 1, go. Yo. USB accessory using too much power to re-enable USB devices. Now, am I still being heard? I don't know. Okay, so yeah. What it do? Boy, why fucking right? All right, man. So yeah, so your boy is in fact, we are back. That's actually a little something I produced, man. For actually, I just had that queued up on there. I just said fuck it, I hit play on it. But But yeah, man, so that's that, man. Shout out to all you fucking content creators, man. Love you guys. Hopefully we can all continue to show love to one another, man, in these really dark, really divisive times. My boy, and we'll get to that, man. One of my 60 seconds with Rice this week was about positivity, man. So we'll touch on that. But for now, let's fucking recap. We're 10 minutes into this motherfucker. Let's go ahead and recap. So let's go ahead. We'll switch to screen share over this motherfucker. All right, so this is Diversity Won the Super Bowl, episode 81. What it fucking do? Hit your boy, why fucking What it do, y'all? This is in fact your boy Rice, and on today's episode, we talking about Super Bowl. It just happened last night, and the team I wanted to win did not fucking win. We don't always get what we wish for, but you know what? What is cool is that last night, Diversity won. Put a really good team together and a really good coaching staff, so big ups to him, man. Did a great job. But all three of his coordinators are black, and he has 2 full-time female coaches on staff. 3 coaches. Who became the first 2 females to ever win a Super Bowl ring. So that's fucking dope, man. 5. Shout out to all of y'all for killing it all season. Sexual and racial diversity fucking won. Other than that, the Super Bowl was kind of it was a fucking blowout, man. What can I say? So the weekend, he was the highlight for me, man. Absolutely mind-blowing performance. That was a great show. Commercials mostly missed. The hits were T-Mobile with Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, and Cheetos Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. That was good. Okay, so that was episode 81. Diversity won the Super Bowl in parentheses 55, because obviously it was Super Bowl 55. For me personally, I talked about this the Sunday before the Super Bowl. The reason why I definitely was not rooting for the Bucs was not because I got some like vendetta against the Buccaneers. Like, nah. But really just for me, man, it came down to the fact that, Tom Brady, man, he was a supporter of 45, and like we saw, what it means to be a supporter of 45. And now not everybody, I'm not saying that anybody that I don't fuck with anybody and everybody who voted for 45, because there are people who just vote party lines because they just that's been their livelihoods, right? Like, and I think that's the problem with the 2-party system that we have right now, is the fact that people just vote party lines. But the fact that you go out and you purposefully buy a MAGA hat, that you buy a flag for your flagpole, that's a different level of like, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who buy a bumper sticker and that shit just kind of gets left on there to rot away. You bought a bumper sticker, but like that's not a flag that you plant in your front yard. That's not a fucking a hat you rock to a football game and leave in your locker so people can specifically see that shit. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't fuck with it. People seem to forget about it. Like, talent does not outweigh, for me anyways, talent does not outweigh what it means to be a good person. So, like, people don't get passes with me just because you fuck around and like, you good at football. Like, that's cool and all, but like Ray Rice was a really good fucking running back, but you see what happened to him when he put hands on his fucking wife, right? Like, you see what happens to some of these cats that get in trouble for drugs and alcohol and shit like that. They get held accountable. And now I'm not comparing supporting somebody to abusing somebody. That's a whole different story. No. Don't get me twisted on that. But what I'm saying is that we tend to forget some of these minor things that actually might have major implications, because as like, how do I put this? Like as a person of influence, when you influence something to a negative degree into the with which that Trump and 45, sorry, I said his name again, when to the which that 45 escalated everything, and you were part of that stamp of approval, you don't just get a pass at that, man. Like, you aided in that. Like, you aided in that stamp of approval to these people. Like I don't know. But the Super Bowl was kind of boring, man. Tom Brady, like, I'll give him his fucking flowers for being a fucking GOAT in football, but that's about it, man. Like that is what it is. You a GOAT, you good. You the best quarterback there is. Personally, for me, I would like to see Patrick Mahomes win. I think that man has the ability to redefine what it means to be a skilled quarterback in this league and not have to rely on the color of your skin to keep your job. You know, I feel like Patrick Mahomes can be that person that can step out and really shine, and hopefully and praying to God, to universal energies, anything like that he can also that he can also continue to fight for the change that Colin Kaepernick was trying to do, and not be somebody to get blackballed the way that Kaepernick was. But I'm going to move on from that, man. Let's talk about episode 82. This is called Stuck in a Hairy Situation. What it fucking do? Hit your boy, why fucking
What it do, y'all? This is Infat, your boy Rice, and on today's episode of 60 Seconds, we're talking about a hairy situation going on with Gorilla Glue Girl, a.k.a. Tessica Brown. Now, if you haven't heard, she ran out of her hair care product and then decided that she's going to use this Gorilla Glue spray adhesive, basically super glue, on her hair to set it, thinking this was the Gorilla Snot hair care brand, but it's not. This is for fabric, wood, paper, plastic, cardboard, foam, metal, and more. Now, she's trying to actually sue the Cincinnati-based company, and your boy being from Cincinnati, you know I'm going to defend this shit. She's trying to sue them because it does say multi-purpose, and on nowhere does it say not to use it on hair. Well, it does say it's a skin irritant. What's below the hair? Skin. It says it home and office. Nowhere does this say home and hair. This does not look like or sound like anywhere that this is a motherfucking hair care product. Come on.
Oh, shit, man. All right, so let's talk about that right quick, man. So thank God, though, she did go to the plastic surgeon out in, I believe it was L.A., and got her shit squared away. They got it taken care of, and it's all Gucci now. Got her hair situation fixed somewhat. So I think she all good, man. I still can't just help but laugh, dog. Like I swear, people be idiots and then like blame other people for their idiocracy. Like that's what baffles me, man. Like, if you are dumb enough to spray fucking super glue in your hair, how the fuck is that anyone's other than you? How is that anyone else's fault? Like, if you spill milk on the floor and then you slip on it and then bust your head on a tile, are you gonna blame the tile company because it's too slick? Like, come on, man. If you stupid enough to fucking do it, that's on you, fam. That's on you. It doesn't matter. Like, it blows my mind to sue happiness. Like sue happiness going on in today's world. Like, if shit don't go your fucking way, you gonna sue somebody for some shit. Why? What purpose does that solve when you fuck up? Like I understand that in some circumstances, like, companies and people be doing some shiesty shit, but in this circumstance, they literally gave you buy this shit in Lowe's. Lowe's doesn't sell any hair care products. If something is available at Lowe's and Home Depot, if it's sold in the office supply section and in the hardware section of Walmart and Target, fam, I don't think it's for your fucking hair. So don't sue somebody because you read multi-purpose underneath wood and then are like, it's your fault. I don't know, man. People be crazy. I'm kind of excited to see the saga of Gorilla Glue Girl and see if that was if she actually finna follow through, or if that was just some empty suit to see maybe she can get some settlement money. Because, hey, here's my thing too, though. I'm not mad at you trying to get a bag. I'm never going to be mad at someone for trying to get a bag. But I am mad at someone for trying to, like, don't be an idiot and then be like, you like, and then act like you deserve to get a bag. Like, at least own up to the fact, man, I was stupid, but, like, I'm trying to get a bag. I can respect that. All right, let's move on, man. This is episode 83. Let me switch over here. This is episode 83, What a Maverick. Let's check it out. What it fucking do? Hit your boy, why fucking
What it do, y'all? This is Infat, your boy Rice, and on today's episode of 60 Seconds, we talking about Mark Cuban and what a maverick he is. Now, in literal terms, he does own the Dallas Mavericks basketball team, but also in like the definition term, he's his own person. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. And so he decided this year, after consulting with players and the league, he said, you know what? We finna just not do the national anthem. Now, this has the white media all in fucking arms on social media and on their news outlets, right? Now, they're all up in arms saying he's the worst owner and get him the fuck out. And why does he hate America? I hate to break it to you, but singing or not singing the national anthem at a sporting game voluntarily doesn't mean you hate or love America any more or less. It is a voluntary fucking thing. Nowhere in the Constitution or in any state or federal law does it say you have to do the Pledge of Allegiance or the fucking Star Spangled Banner at games or sports games. I hate to fucking break it to you.
Whoops. So I accidentally did not hit unmute on my microphone. So y'all heard literally nothing I was saying. So that was episode 83. And before I talk about 83 anymore, I had to record 2 episodes on that day because of how quickly that story developed and moved along. I actually had to record twice because I felt quite strongly about it. So let's go ahead and listen to episode 84. If it ain't right, it ain't right.
What it fucking do? It's your boy, why fucking Rice?
What it do, y'all? This your boy Rice, and apparently I gotta follow up on today's episode because you know what? Here goes the NBA hiding behind a bullshit fucking memo, putting in, the fans are coming back, so all teams need to play. Fuck off! Fuck off! That's a bullshit fucking response, NBA. That's bullshit because apparently in this country, we can be progressive and we can make change as long as the fucking right agrees with it. But as soon as the fucking entitled white people are crying, I'm not playing our national anthem fucking game and we haven't even noticed for like an entire 2 months. Once they start fucking crying about it, of course we're gonna give in to the right. Why do you think they complain about every fucking thing anyone tries to get done in this country they don't agree about? Because you always fucking give in to them. Stop! Because as soon as we actually are holding them accountable, I don't know, for a domestic terrorist insurrection to keep someone undemocratically in power, now we're whiny and we're complaining when you complain about everything. Okay, so, all right, so we just have both the episodes. What a Maverick, which was, I was actually championing Dallas Mavericks owner for his ability to assess the situation, realize that as the owner of one of the most internationally diverse and racially diverse teams in the NBA, that it didn't fully represent his players, didn't fully represent his staff. People felt uncomfortable with the national anthem itself, and so he decided, you know what, fuck it, we just won't play it. If there's no fans in the stands, like, no reason to play it. Now, he didn't cancel the national anthem. He never said, we're never going to play it again. He kind of had that insinuation, though, saying, like, there's no timetable to bring it back. Like, we got no plans to bring it back. It was never a problem. And then a local news reporter had a fucking problem with it because Texas. Well, the NBA knew about it because, obviously, in his original confirmation that it was, he spoke with Adam Silver about the decision. So, the NBA knew about it. So the NBA knew about it, and it wasn't a problem when it wasn't being reported. But then the second it got reported and the second it got picked up by the whiny right news media and social media, then the NBA was like, well, fuck, we already fucked up China. Can't fuck up the other half of the, people who, don't want progressive change in this country. So they caved. And I can understand, as a business who isn't catered specifically to one audience, you're trying to cater to all audiences. But at the end of the fucking day, to release a bullshit-ass statement and try to blame it on fans coming back, one, fans shouldn't be in the fucking stadium. I'm sorry. What is 1,500 fans? And what, 100? You getting what? 100 times, what's 100 times 1,500? What is that? That's, you getting 150K? Is that really fucking your pocketbooks up that bad? Is it really fucking up your pocketbooks? That I understand 200K is 200K. Plus concessions, whatever the fuck, but people shouldn't even have their mask off. Why the fuck they need to get drunk at a fucking basketball game in the middle of a pandemic? So what, we talking 250, 300,000 per game? coming out your pocketbook, I understand that can be a lot. I do. But damn. Y'all gonna back down just because the whiny ass right media starts fucking clamoring on? Come on, man. Why is it when the left clamors on about real things that need real change? I don't know, like equality for black people and for colored people. It's a problem. Nothing can get done. No decisions get made. No, like, streamlined, hey, you guys are perfectly A-okay to kneel at the anthem. No, it's a fucking riot situation where people gotta fucking do it and potentially get blackballed, regardless what the league wants. But as soon as the fucking right is like, hey, we don't like the fact you're not doing this voluntary thing. Okay, let me weigh the counterbalance here. Police killing unarmed black people. Not singing a voluntary anthem before a game. This holds more importance than to draw light to and to correct than the importance of, the people who are there to, quote unquote, serve and protect from killing and protect. Very interesting situation, man. So let's go ahead and move on. This is episode 85. I move out of my American bag. This is called France's PEN15. What it fucking do? Hit your boy, why fucking
What it do, y'all? This is in fact your boy Rice, and on today's episode of 60 Seconds, we talking about the number 15. Now, y'all remember PEN15, right? You write it out and it looks like you spelled penis. Ha ha ha. Well, now France is actually taking that to a different level, and they actually PEN15 as the minimum sexual consent age in their country. Now, first and foremost, I was completely and blissfully, and this is definitely will admit this, I was unaware that France had 0 sexual minimum consent age in the modern age. That's fucking nuts to me. But I understand that in different parts of the world, America, we live in a little bit of a bubble about when we consider adulthood and when we can smoke and drink and do all this, where us thousands of years in culture and tradition and things like that. But to have 0 sexual consent age, holy fuck. And then now to fight sexual child abuse, you choose 15? Y'all remember when you was 15? Because I do. I was mature for my age and I still know I was a kid. I don't know. I just think this opens up a whole bag of worms for a bunch of old creeps to fuck 15-year-olds and say it was consent.
Okay, so that was, and a lot of times, I do get caught up in my my sports and my news spheres, that exist, within what I'm following, which a lot of what I follow is taking place within America. But I would like to try at least once a week to have like an international news day, kind of touch on something that I feel is important around the globe, because I feel like staying in tune, not only me staying in tune with what's going on around the world, I read a lot of global news talking about here that I'm like actively kind of involved in on a day-to-day basis. So for me, I think what I'm going to try to do is kind of expand out because really I found that story, one, disturbing, and two, something that I want to follow up on, man. Like it's something that like impacts something that's important to me, which is fighting mental, physical, and sexual abuse. It's a topic that is very, very sensitive to me. I've had friends and I've had very close family, who have been raped. And I've had to see the aftermath of what the toll was on them. I watched the aftermath of my family member just at him, that his older cousin just did what he did to him, and it was fucked. Like it truly, it was a really fucked situation. Close family friends who have had to go through that, and it's really fucked. So, like, I do champion the fact that France is trying to fight against sexual abuse, especially of children. I just don't understand the age of 15. Like, if you consider adulthood at 16, I understand. If you consider adulthood at 16, quinceañeras happen at 16. I understand that, like, adulthood is looked at a little bit differently. But again, I kind of touched on it in the text there, that in France you can get a driver's license for a motorcycle only at 16. To drive a car, to get a license to drive a car, is 18, and for a large truck or bus, it's 21. If you are looking to get married, the age of consenting to marry is 18. If you are trying to get married before the age of 18, you still need a parent's permission. So my question then is, what the flying fuck is going on with their math? You consider adulthood at 16, but you can't make the adult decision to drive a car or to, go get married like an adult would until you're 18. But at the age of, because adulthood is deemed at the age of 16 in France, based on like popular numbers or some shit, like whatever the average highest populated number, some weird shit. But they call it 16 right now. So at age 15, they're saying what it equates is like if you were 17 years old in America. That's what it equates to, really. They're saying in America, adulthood is deemed like you're free to do you and literally anybody you want at the age of 18, right? Well, what they're saying is at the age of 15, you can do that. Which would mean that in America, that would be 17. Just to put that kind of in context for you. So that's just, it's weird math to me. It's a weird thing to me. But again, I don't live there. I live in America. We have different sets of rules and things like that over here. So if y'all deem adulthood at 16, just kind of make it like adulthood, man. Like if you gonna deem someone an adult at 16, then they an adult. Like if that's your country and that's your tradition and that's your way of life, cool. But like, why treat them like a kid then from 16 to 18 still with other decisions, but treat them like a full-fledged adult when it comes to, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's just, it's weird. It's weird. There's a 3-year gap between sexual consent age and the age you're allowed to marry. And then what's the, hold up. So also, here's the other thing. If you believe in like, in almost any religion, aren't you supposed to wait till you married, right? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't. Shit be weird, man. But I definitely do want to keep looking into international stories, man, because I like learning things about other places in the world, man. I hope to someday be able to travel the world with my beautiful, amazing girlfriend that I'm going to spend tomorrow all day with. That's why I'm doing the fucking pod tonight. And as of when this comes out on Monday, yesterday I spent all day with my girlfriend. Yay. So just to put it in context, man, because I know I'm recording Saturday and this ain't coming out till Monday on DSPs. But yeah, man. But let's shake and bake, dog. Let's go to episode 86, Perspective of Positivity. This is the one I alluded to off of the top of the episode, man. So I hope you guys have had a really positive I hope you guys had a really positive Friday. I hope y'all had a really positive day today. I hope you guys had a really positive day yesterday on, Valentine's Day, if you're hearing this afterwards. And I hope y'all had a really productive day today and tomorrow and every other fucking day. But yeah, here goes Perspective of Positivity with my friend Brock Bentley talking about it. So let's peep it.
What it fucking do? Hit your boy, why fucking right? What it do, y'all? This is in fact your boy Rice, and on today's episode of 60 Seconds, we talking about positivity. Now, first and foremost, happy motherfucking Friday, y'all. Hope you have a great day today. And secondly, I can understand it can seem like it's coming from a place of negativity.
True.
I'm always trying to provide perspective and opinions on that perspective in stories from all different sides, okay? But I love to be the positive person in the room. I love to be the optimist in the room. So when this message from my friend Brock Bentley about positivity and togetherness through everything going on came across my timeline, I was really inspired by it, really encouraged by it, and I felt like I needed to share it with y'all today. So take a listen, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
What's going on, everybody? I wanted to make this video to just kind of be an encouragement. I saw this.
So this was me editing his IGTV video together. So that's why it looks like that.
For people who are very stoked on life people who are happy and are just overflowing with positivity and gratitude. And this is also for people who are struggling right now, because I know at times still being not as we want it to be, and falling into just depression or just needing some encouragement, some love. And I wanted to share this with you. So I have these 2 lighters, and these 2 lighters represent us. This lighter represents the people who are positive and people who are, I call them world changers, people who are just still overflowing of light. And this lighter represents people who just need some encouragement, people who are down. This lighter right here, it's a flame. We're just a flame into this world. We're a flame to people around us. Our energy, our aura, our everything resembles this flame. And this lighter right here, this lighter is dead. It's not going to happen. It needs a source. It needs a pouring. For this to work, it needs a gasoline. The best way I can put this right now is, this is who a lot of us are. And a lot of us are this too. But when we just pour into somebody,
it's lit.
We become one. We become together.
He lit the other lighter
when
that was dead.
We pour into somebody's life, and we pour into each other, and are there for each other, and be one with each other, we can shine this world, and shine a light, and shine our light into everybody. So if this video helps you, encourage you, please share it. But at the same time, if you need somebody to talk to, please reach out. I love you. I will be here for you. There's a God above who loves you. This world, this universe. It's all going to be okay. Everything will be okay. Let's keep shining our light, family. Much love.
So that was my guy, Brock Bentley. I met him summer of 2015 when we were working together. We were also on GG. It was Bus 13, but because it's 13, we called it Bus GG. That was the name of the bus. It's been there for a while. OG. Shout out to GG, man, my Warp fam. Love you guys. But we met that year on tour, and that's just a good dude, man, for real. There was a lot of people that we fucked with. Shout out my boy Danny, shout out my boy Sam, who we had this little circle going on, man. It just was we just had good energies, man. We just had a good vibe. We had good energies, man. We really fucked with each other, man. We smoke. You know what I'm saying? It ain't tour without smoke, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, Brock's a real one, man, and I appreciate him for having enlightening messages and positive messages like that he's sharing now, man. And so and I hadn't done a guest spot for a while, man, since early on. My boy has shared some shit, I think it was in the 20s or 30s I shared out a video from my homie. And so it was a while back, and oh yeah. See, that's the problem with me drinking soda, man. I don't drink soda a whole lot anymore. But Publix was running a special, so I've had some soda here. 0 calorie soda, of course. You know what I'm saying? I can't be drinking all the calories. But man, that shit make you burp. But anyways, man, shout out my boy Brock Bentley. Thank you so much for sharing that video out, man. Felt really good to hear that, and it felt really good to share that to the rest of the world, man. So hopefully some more people hear that today, tomorrow, and for the rest of the time through the pod, man, because thank you again, man, and hope you well, man. Hope you good. Just wishing you many blessings, dog. Appreciate that. So let's move on, man. This is the episode that just came out probably an hour or two ago. It's called Cuomo's Count. All right, let's peep it.
What it fucking do?
Hit your boy, why fucking
What it do, y'all? This is Fat Your Boy Rice, and
Rice.
on today's episode of 60 Seconds, we talking about Cuomo's COVID count. So if you haven't heard, Governor Cuomo up in New York, his accounting is a little bit off, and he's not counting the proper numbers when it comes to COVID deaths as a result of nursing homes, right? So there's some confusion. The feds wanted information, state wanted information, so they paused it to the state, and they tried to do some weird shit with the numbers because they didn't want the political ire coming from 45's campaign, like, look at how bad New York is, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, it's fucking stupid. People are dying out here. These are lives that people are losing, family members that people are losing, and y'all are so worried about your fucking political campaigns. God damn it, you're so worried about re-elections, you're not fucking giving a damn about the facts. And then I find it real fucking ironic that the right's now asking for accountability for misrepresentation of information. Do I need to spell out the irony in that while you're trying to acquit a man of misrepresenting information that led to a fucking coup attempt? God damn.
So yeah, that just came out, and there's a bit in there that closes that out about potentially acquitting Trump. That 45. Sorry, I do it, man. When I get into it, you know, and I feel like now I might just, as somebody who's gonna be going through the process of reporting on things like this, I feel like his name's not going anywhere, and just for actual representation of things, I might have to start saying his name again. I don't know. That's an internal debate with me because I don't like saying his name. Like, I feel weird when I say his name. Like, I feel like I got to go shit my brains out now because I just said his name. Like, my stomach turned. I feel like I got to go, like, just blow up the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting. That's how I feel about saying his name, right? But that's actually going to lead me into into the Sunday 60 Seconds with Rice topic that, again, is exclusive only to the pod. I'm going to not do a Sunday 60 Seconds on Instagram or on Facebook. It is going to strictly be exclusive only to the pod. But yes, man, I saw this story, and again, you know, and going back to a different episode from like 2.5 weeks ago, still got people who just believe I'm a liberal, who believe like all I do is harp on the right. It's like, if you only throw me fastballs, I'm going to swing at the fastballs. And that's all that the Republicans have been fucking doing, man, for the last like 5 years. They just been throwing fucking fastballs high and over the plate. Like, I've been fucking knocking that shit out the park because it's easy. Democrats have been able to fly under the radar more or less with any sort of controversy because more or less whatever was going on with them was very minute in comparison to what the fucking right was doing. But when things like this come across, you better fucking believe I'm going to talk about it because it's not okay. You care more about how you are perceived. You care more about a fucking administration who points fingers anyways, who already was saying, well, look how bad New York is, and they're trying to shut shit down. Look how bad they still are. They were already doing that. So if you're trying to convince me and convince other people that you were just afraid of Trump's ire, get the fuck out of here. These are people's lives, man. Our COVID response is continually being updated as a result of the data that's coming in. So if you're not reporting the fucking data correctly, we can't address this correctly. I don't care if it's 1 death or 1,000 deaths or 100,000 deaths that you're misrepresenting, but we cannot completely attempt to enact actual fucking action if you are so entitled to just fucking, well, I got re-election in 2 years, so I can't, I can't make it look bad because then they're going to have fuel to the fire. Well, they got true fuel to the fucking fire now, you dumbass. But the last part of that is what actually brings me to 60 Seconds with Rice, okay? So I actually, So I kind of end that with like McConnell was looking to acquit. Now, before this video started happening, I just got a breaking news from CNBC and from CNN and from everybody. I got a little push notification that 45 got acquitted. So, of course, I had to tune in and watch. I had to see what people was saying. So, what we're going to do is today we are going to... we're going to do a 60 Seconds with Rice. This is going to be the first time that I actually do it.
But this is going to be a 60 Seconds with Rice take right here, live on the pod. I don't know how it's going to fucking go. But are you guys ready? Let's fucking start. So I actually have a stop clock here too. So I'm not like going over time because I want to do this legit. All right, so let's go. What it fucking do? Hit your boy, why fucking Rice? What it do, y'all? This is in fact your boy Rice, and on today's episode of 60 Seconds, this is the Sunday take on 60 Minutes with Rice, and we're talking about the acquittal of Donald J. Trump. This is absolutely fucking bonkers to me because there was so much back and forth bullshit about precedent, right? And McConnell, even when they voted to acquit, it was a 57-43, so it was the most bipartisan acquittal or condemnation of an impeachment, whatever the fuck, through the Senate. But the Senate voted. The people who voted to not convict voted on a fact that it was unconstitutional to even vote. Well, the Senate already voted that it was constitutional to do the vote, so voting that it's not, saying that you can't convict because it's non-constitutional is bullshit because you already passed the precedent that it is. Even McConnell got up and said, you proved your point, guys. But you know what? I'm not because I don't know. All right, so that was 1 minute on the fucking dot. Not the exact take I would have done, but hey, now I got the time to explain. So McConnell actually gets up on the Senate floor when everything's closing up, right? And mind you, this is the minority leader. He has sway and he has power, and he does not like 45 at all. And he got up there and said, y'all proved your point. You did a really great job. He is definitely liable. I forget. He basically said he's liable in principle and in practice for everything that he did as president. As a private citizen now, he is actually liable as a former president for his actions, right? But then again, fell on the fucking, like, they're all dying on this. It's unconstitutional to impeach a former president. It's not about impeaching him and kicking him out of office. Duh, he's out of fucking office. It's the point that he can't run again. It's the point that his vocal cords would shut the flying fuck up because he would have no political sway. It's not like he could run for any office again. That's the point. But 57-43, he got fucking acquitted. And they're all falling on this. It's unconstitutional. I agree. He deserves to be punished. But, hey, I don't know what to tell you. It's unconstitutional to vote on this. Even voted. McConnell set the precedent just now. He set the precedent that the Senate can vote on a measure that the measure itself can pass. So, like, jurisdiction, for example. The Senate can vote that they do or don't have jurisdiction. So I would like to advise the Republicans to remember the next time that they have control of the Senate and they pass 51-50 that something is jurisdictional or that it's okay to move forward with something. I dare Republicans to come when shit gets denied or when shit doesn't get the 2/3 vote. I dare for somebody to say, well, the Democrats just don't want accountability. Democrats don't want accountability. Because that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. They're asking for Cuomo. They're asking for accountability for misrepresentation of facts. While also you just acquitted a fucking man who misrepresented facts for the last 5 years and then most recently misrepresented the fact that he won a landslide election that led these people to believe that they were patriots for storming the fucking Capitol. And you ain't pointing that same accountability finger his way. You just acquitted his ass. I don't know, man. It's a lot of bullshit out here, fam. It's a lot of bullshit. Again, and this is a reason why I really, really, really am getting more and more determined to just get like a digital fucking campaign going in the next, like after the 2024, get a digital campaign going to run on no big money donors, no nothing, just an online campaign and saying, yo, if you elect me president, I'm a tattooed having, weed smoking, chill ass motherfucker who will tell you like it is.
You may not like what I have to say from time to time on either side. But I don't care. If y'all put me in the office for 4 years, that's what you put me in the office for 4 fucking years. And so I'm going to do everything in my power in 4 years to say yes or no answers. I'm not going to give a fuck if I get reelected or not. And that's the problem with these fucking politicians, is their entire livelihood is about, do I want to get reelected or not? Right? Even Trump, he said, I'm different. I'm not a politician. Nah, you wanted to elect 8 years. You deserved it because of how poorly you were treated. Oh my God, I deserve a whole other term because of how poorly I was treated. Fam, you weren't treated poorly. You spent 3/4 of your fucking time on a golf course. I'm sorry, it was a quarter. You spent 1/4 of your fucking time on a golf course. You spent almost a whole last year out of a 4-year presidency on a golf course. I think you were okay. And I think the other, 3/4 of the presidency was him either tweeting or on a golf course. The other quarter was actually shit getting done. And even then, a little bit got done. Mostly through executive orders. He never actually passed any laws. Hate to break it to y'all. Like, he never actually lived up to anything. His border wall was funded on an executive order. It wasn't like and it didn't build anything new. It built new shit, but where shit was already at, mostly. Anyways, so that is this week's recap, man, and Sunday's episode. So we got a little bit of time left just to talk about some shit. So we talked about what else happened this week's, man? Okay, so the topic I was actually going to talk about today was Gina Carano, who played Homegirl on The Mandalorian. She is as red as they get. You know, if they said if she could paint herself red, she would walk around red. She is no longer with Lucasfilms or part of the Star Wars franchise. After her comparison of the Republicans are being treated like the Jewish people were during the Holocaust. No, you're not. No. And so they let her. Now she is. Now she's with Daily Wire, which is a right-leaning news source. To help produce custom movies through this Daily Wire. So that's going to be interesting to see. It's no secret Hollywood's a one-party town, and the dissent is not just discouraging but punished. We're building the alternative. Here's the thing, man. Be a Republican. If you are a Republican, like a principled Republican, and you're just like, I like my money, I'm rich and I like my money, that's one thing. If you are like, I believe in QAnon conspiracy theories, fuck Black Lives Matter, let cops shoot black people because they're black people, if you're that kind of Republican, and then being involved in different aspects of it, okay? Like, there is a difference between being a principled Republican and whatever the flying fuck 45 and all his followers are. Whatever the Republican Party has turned into over these last few years. There is a fundamental difference. So no, you're not being canceled because you're a Republican. Stop twisting the fucking facts, man. Like, Republicans are trying to cancel Democrats for being Democrats. Democrats are trying to cancel Republicans for being Republicans. That's not how it fucking goes. That's not it. Y'all just some vocal ass fucking whiny babies. Bitch, you got canceled because you took a horrendous fucking time period and compared it to your fucking whiny ass Republican bullshit. Feel like you're being canceled. No. Like, that's absolutely fucking bonkers to me, man. I don't know, but Bye, bitch. Go to your little fucking Daily Wire shit. Bye. We ain't never gonna see your ass again anyways. That shit gonna flop hard. What else to talk about? Jeff Bezos, he be stepping down. He says family. Who knows? That man could buy every fucking NBA team and NFL team and still call it a fucking day. I think he Gucci. Have fucking fun, Jeff Bezos. Like, you deserve it, dog. You built the fucking giant fucking empire, which is that. New York's elite high rises aren't so nice anymore. So apparently there's a bunch of structural issues with these fucking giant ass skyscrapers. If you were dumb enough to buy a room on the 120th floor and there's now some creaking and water damage, bitch, you got you paid $30 million for a fucking tiny ass high rise condo. I think you good on money, bro. NBA going crazy, man. Harden got traded. Nets giving up historic defensive numbers. Like, they're fucking terrible. All the while, Houston Texans be blowing up. Speaking of Houston, with James Harden coming out, Houston Texans are blowing shit up, man. Like, they're J.J. Watt leaving. Fucking Deshaun Watson wants to get out. I think their president just left like a day or two ago. Damn, soda. What else we got to talk about, man? Let's see. I've been curating the Nashville Unsigned New Music Friday playlist. I've been really tuned in with like what our alumni got going on over at the magazine. But I really have been slacking on new music. But I saw that Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack dropped. I'm super fucking stoked to listen to that. I heard a little bit of the Jay and Nip song. I think What It Feels Like. I heard that, and I saw the other ones. I got it written down here. Her has a track on there. Nas, JID, Black Thought, Hit Boy. Man, there was some names on that motherfucker. I'm stoked to hear that. But that movie and One Night in Miami, definitely two movies I am watching in the next week. So probably either on this podcast or on a 60 Seconds with Rice episode, I will be talking about those movies. Because I've been really, really, really wanting to watch them both. I just haven't had the time. Gonna close this out with a fuck Morgan Wallen. That man's just been fucking up for the last like 5 months, and everyone keeps giving him a fucking pass, and I'm done with it. I'm glad he got his label paused him. I'm glad he got dropped from writing contracts and pulled from radio and all that shit. And I saw he put out a statement and a video where he's like, don't like, stop standing up for me. Like, I was in the wrong. I've met with people in the black community and heard real bad stories. And like, people can change. Don't get it twisted. Like, people can change, but like, this is some deep shit rooted in country music. And I'm sick and fucking tired of people fucking up on shit they know they shouldn't say. White people. PSA for white people. Why are you so desperate to try to be black? I'm going to save that for another 60 Seconds with Rice episode that I do touch on. But Morgan Wallen, like, I don't care if you say don't apologize for me that I was in the wrong. Like, you've been fucking up and you stay fucking up. And I'm fucking sick of it. But, and then obviously his dumbass fans out here fucking buying his music left and right. Cool, man. Cool. But I did see where Jason Isbell said he wrote one of the songs on the album that was blowing up after all of this controversy. And he said, I'm going to donate everything to the Nashville chapter of the NAACP. So shout out Jason Isbell, man. I fuck with your music, dog. You are a real one. But other than that, man, I don't know. That's been 60 Minutes with Rice. We coming to the tail end of this motherfucker. And so, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Looking forward to next week. Stay tuned, man. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, anything at Nick Named Rice. M-E-E-N-A-M. Nick Named Rice, motherfuckers. It's at the bottom of the screen. Nicknamedrice. Nick Named Rice. For that, this is your boy Rice, and I am out this fucker.
Peace.